You want to buy a pillow, you ended up buying a mattress and a whole bedroom set. Why? Because the salesperson was so convincing. Don't buy a pillow. What is a pillow without a mattress? What is a mattress without a bed? What is a bed without a set? Come on, sir, buy today, last day. Buy, okay. You accept credit card? Yes, utang, credit card. Okay? Encourage. Speaking to people to encourage them to do what you want them to do, okay? Based on your aims. Motivate, okay? I'm very proud of you guys, okay? After leaving school, going to work, today you come back to do your degree. I'm very proud of you. This is something the younger children should look at. You are the guys people in school should look at. Why? Even busy at work, you come for studies. Go on. One day you be the leaders. You take over the vice presidentship of OUM. That is motivation. Wow, okay, I'm going. Tomorrow, any class tomorrow? There's no class tomorrow. Okay? Right. Illustrate. Maybe I'm here to talk to you about the course. Your first day in OUM. Okay, I'll show you how we use my LMS. Okay? Telling you how to use them. Clarify. I'm calling you today for a special function. There's rumors going around the campus about what's happening here. So I'm here to tell you what is right and what is wrong. Clarify what is going on. Okay? And appeal. Appeal is sometimes for us to persuade people, like appealing for flood victims, for example. Okay? There is no mandatory action onto such effort, but we appeal. Please help the needy. Please help those who are affected by the flood. Please help those who are affected by tsunami, for example. Please help those who wants us to donate our organs when we go. That is an appeal. So these are the objectives that we can list down when we prepare our presentation. Now, we want to do the presentation. What are your materials? What do we mean by material? Internet. Go to library. Go to the internet. Newspapers, magazines, journals, CDs, interviews. There was an interesting article on TV 2 nights ago, and there was one in a newspaper yesterday about too fat to be a teacher. Did you get that? Did you read that news? No? Or you missed the national news? Do you read the newspapers? You do? Do you read newspapers? You do. Okay, good. Do read the newspapers, okay? Internet resources for presentation, you can get very rich information in the internet, but for academic writing, I must remind you, internet resources should be last in your references. References should be books, journals, magazines, academic magazines. Internet will be number 30, 31, 32. Okay? So the top list will be references from books and journals and magazines. Okay? So these are the resources. Life experience. Okay? Life experience meaning if you want to talk about a certain issue, you have a live example of the person involved. Okay? For example, the tsunami. You want to talk about tsunami, but you have a person who was actually swept away by the waves and still living today. You talk about that experience with the life. It will enhance the effectiveness of your presentation. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, we have students from Aceh. You know, after the tsunami, we offered to give them free courses. The Malaysian government offered them free courses to be teachers. We brought them over to Kuala Lumpur. We trained them to be teachers, and now they are back in Aceh as teachers trained by the Malaysian government. When we talk about the tsunami, these are the people who actually, you know, when I mention them, you see my hair stand on ends. Because they actually give us the life experience. When I brought them for, we have this course called the Bina Insan Guru, where we have to go out to the sea to give them experience of not frightened of water. You know, the bus was just passing, going along the beach. They were already screaming with fear. Just looking at the sea, they were already screaming. That phobia in them, looking at the water. And it took us about 2 hours. 2 hours to convince them, persuade them, you know, to come to the water, telling them that this is nature's rule. Don't blame nature for what has happened. God is Almighty. He knows what to do. Water is for you to live. Let's go to the water. It took us 2 hours from the bus to the sea, at the end of the sea, for them to touch the seawater. But we succeeded. Why? We presented very well. Make sure that we convince that the water is okay, the sea is okay. Not every day is a tsunami. Okay? Because when they look out the sea, they can visualize the waves coming at them. Okay? And these are the people, these are the children whom we train. They have lost everyone in their family. Okay? So now they are back there. They recently came back to Malaysia to attend a convocation, and they are now happily living life as teachers in Aceh. So, life experience. When you have life experience, it enhances your effectiveness. If you talk about jual ubat, you know jual ubat? Yes. Normally orang jual ubat, they will give you an example. Minumlah, minum. Okay? Some people would try, some people would not want to try. Why? They want a life experience to show that it is actually effective. The life experience is to establish a connection between the audience and the presenter. If I talk about a flood, okay, flash flood, recently in Terengganu, 2-3 days ago, did you also watch TV news where a group of young children, they were playing at the river, suddenly water gushing from upstream and washed away 2 of the children. 3 or 4 of them managed to climb onto the rocks, and it was on live on on TV that I was telling myself, if I were to be in that position, I might not survive. Those children might be stronger. You see, because if you have them here today, and when they were talking, but it was interesting to see that when they were reporting on TV, they still could smile talking about that experience. Okay, so which means that they are quite a strong character type of person. Yeah, so that is why we have life experience to get the connection. Right, if we have material, collecting material, we would like to adjust material to our use in our presentation. Okay, if we have pictures, for example, are these pictures suitable? If my audience are young children, can I use this kind of pictures? If these pictures are only for adults, should I show them to the children? Do not forget our cultural values. Okay, there are values that we keep here that we do not allow our children to see. There are things that we say children should not know until they grow up. Okay, that is our culture. So, materials must be suitable to the audience. Okay, if I'm talking to you today about adult education, and but probably if I use cartoons, you love cartoons. So, but normally who loves the cartoons? The children love cartoons. Okay, so if I use a picture of flower probably is not suitable for the whole audience because not everyone likes flowers. Probably the ladies love flowers, the men will be thinking about superbikes, MERS, and so on. Okay, so it doesn't work. Get something which is suitable. To work within the limitation of the content. So if you have a material that you could use for that particular content, then use. Okay, I have material. My material is from this book, the OUM manual for this course. Okay, English for Oral Communication. This material I use in this presentation. So what I do is I change a little bit to make it work within this time frame. Yeah.